Hello, good evening. Hey, evening everyone, and evening Khan.
Hello.
Hello.
I was a bit surprised when you introduced me right away. I'm just kind of
I'm
lurking
not
back in
here.
the cut. Yeah, I'm just laying back in the cut, thinking I can do my thing, and then eventually go, hello.
Hello. But then, yeah. But then sometimes
Are
you're
you
like,
ready?
oh, I didn't want to interrupt. No, I'm shitless, scared. Whatever. What words? Hey everyone. So today is hey chicken. Hey. So today is a fun day. In about 21 minutes, we're gonna start Challenge the Maya. Challenge. Which will be fun. So it's chat will vote. So I need you guys to be ready for that. Which solo arena we'll do. And it's me versus Grovex. And then 8 puppies will be here comparing the lot. And yeah, because that's his jam. He's really good at that. And yeah, I'm not a DD main, so I thought it was a really interesting challenge for charity. We are... Oh, what did I just do? There we go. We are raising money for Alzheimer's Association. It's part of Voiceapalooza, charity fundraiser spearheaded by Wes Johnson, or the voice of Hermaeus Mora. That's why I'm doing all these really, really silly, fun things. And I just realized what I did. I swapped screens. There we go. Not what I meant to do. So yeah, and I thought, why not really challenge myself with something that, you know, scary, like DPSing on a stream. Where's Bedlam Vale again?
The one thing...
The other one, Oathsworn Pit. Sorry, Khan, go.
The one thing we could really use for this is... It's a very long story, but, make it quick. We were... Zos sort of intimated earlier in the year that they would be... they want to have much more to do with Voiceapalooza and promote what Wes is doing. The Fallout community is already very much ingrained in that whole month-long event. And ESO community is very much, looking to expand its inclusion and role in that. Yada, yada, yada. So Maya held off on all the organization, but then because of Amsterdam and various other things, yeah, it kind of had to all be done at the last minute because, well, let's be fair, you were waiting on other people for the go-ahead for certain things, and then... yeah. So it's all been a little bit rushed, and we've had limited time to sort of organize and promote. Maya's done an amazing thing with the organization, as always. However, promotion kind of takes time. So...
Bring your friends.
Yeah, exactly. Literally what I was going to say. So post in the Discords that you're in, or anyone who gives a shit. Anyone who can be persuaded. 8 Puppies, the man himself, is going to be here in, 20 minutes or so?
Yep.
Comparing the two...
The battle.
Arena runs. Watching someone complete an arena, we've all done the arenas, so we've all seen it. It's fine. But I think that's going to be the fun bit.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the thing we want to do more of. So we've got to whet people's appetite for it.
Exactly. No, yeah.
I don't know what is in your power, guys, to do that, but I'm just going to put it out there. These things are tough to organize, and it's rough when nobody shows. But yeah, what are you going to do next year? Are you just going to go solo and not rely on any sort of
probably
overarching corporate assistance?
I mean, there's so much to do in this game, so just have fun, and yeah, exactly what you said. But yeah, part of the Voiceapalooza that we'll be doing is a daily sort of vocal hero segment. What that means is just having a look at some of the amazing voiceovers there are in this game. So let's have a look at one of them. Is Neil Kaplan. Just going to pull it up. So this is a very, very busy chap. But yeah, he's voiced quite a few things, lots of other games: Guild Wars, Final Fantasy, Fallout 76, Destiny, Conan Exiles, BioShock.
he's also in a couple of World of Warcraft chapters.
Yep. Warhammer, just so much stuff. So, but
And another one who recently worked on a Star Wars animated feature.
yep.
That we didn't know anything about this, but when Maya showed me his bio, he's actually kind of hard to find. I won't say anymore until you reveal who he is in ESO. But we've literally been getting questions about this guy. Who is that? And we didn't know the answer because it's really hard to track him down.
But we tracked him down.
And to track him down, we did.
And we're going to go and talk to Chief Bazarag. Yay!
Are you
I feel
one of
like
those
everyone
recollections?
notices
No.
the strength of
I
that
don't know who you
voiceover.
are,
Strength in
Well,
every
talking to
sense
him
of the
now.
word.
But you look like you can fight. How do you feel about fighting for me if I pay you?
What's going on here?
Our clans know better than to attack the Oathsworn pit. It goes against our
Hey,
codes.
Grovex.
Some elves don't know how to respect codes. I want
This
to
is
show
my
them
challenger.
violently.
How are you
The
doing
Oathsworn
today?
are renowned warriors, but they'll need our help here.
So this dude, this is Bedlam Vale. No, sorry, Oathsworn Pit. That's the orc sort of dungeon. When I say new, March, so somewhat new, the latest one. But he's also very prominent in the Hrothgar story. So if you haven't done it, go and do it. It's amazing.
Yeah, if you have a keen ear for voice acting generally, you'll very quickly zero in
Hang on,
King Kurog.
when you say no sound, Inknu, what do you mean? Everything is on. I can hear it through. Nothing is muted. So everything should be coming through.
Ask Bazrag something else.
He is sort of annoyingly quiet. But I think...
No, just literally just ask him something.
Yeah, dialogue is at 100%. I can hear all
Are you
chicken.
one of those recollection? No. I don't know who you are or if you're trustworthy, but you look
Yeah,
like
he's a
you
little
can
quiet,
fight.
isn't he?
How do you
Everything's
feel about
turned up.
fighting for me if I pay you?
Hey! Well, 8 Puppies is warmed up and ready, so should we just bring him in and just get chatting, get going? Let it have a little pre-show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, awesome. Oh no! Inknu! Or going to give that coin. Yeah. Alright, I'm just going to sort out to make sure we're all good here.
What I was going to say was that it's almost a spoiler for the Hrothgar storyline. If you have a keen ear for voice actors or voice performances, you talk to Kurog, you'll very quickly zero in on that as like a big performance. But you talk to this guy even earlier than that in the quest. And I'd be surprised if anyone missed the fact that this is a voice we haven't heard before. It's a very, he has kind of a grand entrance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The game is very keen to sort of draw a bright outline around that character and say, pay attention, you're going to see more of this guy. And the voice actor that they cast is very much part of that.
Agreed, yeah. Let's jump up to Team Grovex channel. That's where Puppies will join us in a bit. After he's getting himself a coffee. Puppies is very energetic, so this is going to be awesome. If you guys are tired, you're not going to be. Hello. Hello. All right, Pups is going to join us in a bit. Let's just, chat. And...
You're gonna talk a bit more about Chief Bazrag, or are we
Our
just gonna
clans
set
know
up
better than to
the
attack the
challenge
Oathsworn pit.
now?
Yeah, we're going to set up the
Goes against our
challenge.
codes. Some
Awesome.
elves don't know how to respect codes.
Yeah, beautiful
I want
voiceover.
to show them why they should. Violently. The Oathsworn are renowned warriors, but they'll
But
need our
yeah,
help
Grovex,
here.
you ready?
No. Let's be honest. I am my first clear of either Maelstrom and Battleshan was yesterday with my Arcanist.
Oh, good on you, man. That's cool.
2 Arcanists then in action. That's cool. That's cool. That sort of is going to make
Yeah.
it even more fun to watch, right? I think.
Yeah, I hope. Let me check. Yeah, this. Ah,
I just wanted to mention that this dude, Eric Kaplan, sorry, Neil Kaplan, I keep calling him Eric for some reason, I don't know
Yeah, why? Weird.
I used to have a client in one of my old jobs called Eric.
I'm just going to set up the stream. Right.
Anyway, so he was in, I mean, he's in loads of stuff. But more recently, he's been in Red Dead Redemption. He's actually in at least 2 of the recent Destiny 2 expansions. He was in Fallout 76 many, many times. He got a bunch of characters in that. And the Elder Scrolls, what's it called? Blades, you know, the mobile game. He's also in Redfall, but no one played that, so sadly.
Everyone played it. I played it. You played it.
No, we all paid loads of money to buy it and play it. Yeah. But just one of those voices, I think. And he's done a load of other roles besides Bazrak in ESO. I just think it's one of those that once you start recognizing it, you will sort of hear it everywhere. That happens a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that. So you've got Grex's stream. He's just getting a bit of a warm-up running around in the guild hall. And yes, this precarious jump. Nicely done. But yeah, as I was saying, we're raising money for Alzheimer's Association, so please check out the link. Go and do it. So anything fun we can basically do. Okay, I'm already streaming, so. Oops.
Yeah, do any of you guys watch Naruto? Well, have you seen it? I know loads of...
Yeah, Grovex, obviously be careful if you open up Discord, to chat.
Oh.
That's going to show up on the stream.
Oh, I thought I was only sharing the game.
Discord shares everything. I mean, you can just share games, so I'm guessing you might be sharing a screen. I mean, when the challenge is underway, you won't be chatting on Discord, I'm assuming.
You won't be flipping to YouTube and Discord, yeah.
So, guys, I just have this quick video that I need to watch.
Look
Nice.
at that.
Yeah. Hey! No, hey. Hello!
Hello.
Hello!
Hey!
How are y'all doing?
Real good. How are you doing?
Fantastic. Super excited. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is going to be great. Nice to hear your voice, dude. How have you been? Good weekend?
Yeah, likewise, man. Yeah, no, I've been doing good, man. Just grinding. How about you?
It's been really, really nice weather. We've been taking the dog out for like a nice long walk early in the morning, 2 days in
Oh,
a row,
nice.
which we live in England, so the weather can really affect your willingness to do shit like that.
Touche. That's funny.
You know what I mean? But there's
Oh, for
nowhere
sure.
more beautiful when this time of year rolls around. Everything is so green. It's like apocrypha out here.
That's awesome. Oh, dude, I remember landing in Europe, dude, and the first thing that I thought was, holy cow, the grass is so green.
Yeah, right.
It's always greener.
Ha.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's funny.
that's helped make the weekend a little more chill, a little more fun.
But yeah, Twitch
Yeah,
chat, make sure to absolutely vote. The vote is on now, which arena. So whilst we're catching up, please do make sure to check it out and vote. Vote now,
I
everyone.
was going to say, Grovex, so
That's
you're in
embarrassing.
France, right? So
Yep.
if it's warm in England,
Hey,
it's
thanks for the
usually,
follow.
it's usually hot.
Sorry about that.
If it's warm here, it's
I
hot
was
in
already
France.
following.
And if it's hot here, it's very
Yeah,
hot in France.
Probably.
Is that,
I
is
mean-
that
Maybe not very hot, but yeah.
for May? I'm guessing it's pretty cooking.
Yeah, Prague is usually
would-
crazy hot this time of year. Well, approaching. But yeah, how have you been, Pups? Like, busy, scribing and whatnot?
Oh, yeah. been no-lifing the new trial quite a bit. Really excited about it, though. I feel like I have, at this point, a really solid comp. I feel like I have... I'm working on a guide for the trial, so I have like a 14-page list of all of the mechanics in the place, and strat-wise, I think I probably have about 95% of it figured out, so I'm really excited to see it go live.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, well, sort of, May has been quite quiet when it comes to trials, but I'm fairly certain as soon as June hits, as soon as the new trial's out, everybody will be back. Like when last year, was there Drop Sanity's Edge? We were there every single day, 2 runs a day, you know. And I just, yeah.
One day we did 5 runs.
I think so, yeah, that's nuts.
10 hours, all teaching
That's
runs.
crazy. That's awesome.
People just thirsty to learn and farm. And
Yeah, enjoy the lusty Argonian May there.
Oh, word?
That's the guild hall. There is a little Easter egg, and I just...
That's awesome.
Grovix, make the guild proud. Well, make sure to vote, everyone. So it's VMA or VVH. That's a weird, yeah. But which arena? Which arena do you want us to do? Ooh. It's looking like it's Vatishran for now.
pretty one-sided. So
Do
far.
be looking like Vatishran.
Yeah, what was really fun last year, we sort of said, let's start on normal, some of the teaching runs, so anyone can join, you know, like completely open.
Mm-hmm.
But every time the group sort of showed up, we were like, I think we'll be fine. Let's just go in on vet. I don't think we ever went on normal, yeah.
But yeah, at no point did we go in on normal. I think we said we'd do a few trash pulls and it'd become clear if the group wasn't ready or whatever. Because a lot of people are like, I've never done a vet trial, I've never done this. Holy shit, we can't do this. But it always worked out. You get that mix of people and it averages out at like, you know, vet is fine. 90% of the time.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
For sure.
Yeah.
I hope we have the same thing. I'm really looking forward to that if we do. Otherwise, I'll be sad. Sad can't.
I got to imagine, like, Sanity's was pretty popular when it first came out, but I mean, it's no exaggeration to say that this trial is the best piece of content to ever hit ESO, and like by far, it's just out of this world good. There are so many people that are going to be so ready to do it.
I do think like there is a little bit of super frustration like towards the end. If things don't go well, you're like, oh come on.
Yeah, I can definitely see that for sure.
Yeah. But that's reassuring to hear you say that, man, because a lot of us were saying something like that after our first couple of visits, but very guardedly, you know, because we've only done it twice. We haven't done it enough times for any kind of fatigue or boredom to set in. So the fact that you've run it like 25 times by now and you're still saying
probably more like 50 million, but yeah.
Yeah, you can take that to the bank, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great, man. It's a lot of fun. The last boss can definitely be a little rough to progress on hard mode, especially. But
I can imagine. Yeah.
I think a lot of that is just how new and kind of unique the fight is. I think that now that we have some decent strats developed for, excuse me, getting there quickly, it'll be a little bit easier to progress.
Yeah. Can't wait to be out of EC jail, yeah. I think a lot of people do actually enjoy it. So, yeah, it's going to be like, what do I run now? Yeah, all right. The vote is almost nearly done. I mean, unless like a ton of people now swoop in and vote for VMA, it's going to be Vatishran.
Yeah, I'm not really happy too.
You know what they should do after this is... Sorry, we'll stop talking about the new patch and the new trial.
Hey, Vatishran won! Woohoo!
What they should do is they should buff EC now to make it a little bit stronger so that you could kind of get away with using it in dungeons. So it's worth using in dungeons.
That would be interesting for sure.
That'd be cool because then otherwise the set's kind of going to go away, isn't it? Potentially.
Yeah, it likely is just disappearing for the most part.
Oh, sorry, Zim. It was there, the poll, somewhere. But it is finished now, so
Nice one.
sorry. I would have voted for I like that. But yeah, I guess people are just being nice, right? I appreciate that, although no, I do appreciate it.
Maelstrom, there's a fair bit of waiting around.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You got more pre-buff opportunities, but other than that, it's kind of it's definitely the less dynamic of the two.
Yeah.
Vatishran's interesting too because there are a few different ways that you can do it, especially depending on what your goals are for the place.
Yeah, Kanathi change is good. Can't argue with that. Some people like love change. Like Go Avs is like, no, they're not making massive crazy changes. I need it. But I think most people are like, well, let's just enjoy that sort of the chill way that nothing's going crazy differently every patch. But a bit of change is always nice. But yeah. All right. Should we get going then, Groix? You ready?
No, still not ready.
Hey, it's
Anyway.
chill. It's low pressure. But yeah, do what you can.
And last call, guys. We're about to start. So, Maya, have you done a shout out in the Discord? You should just
I
fucking
have.
do it.
I did. Absolutely did.
This is good. This is a real one-off.
Yeah, bring your friends.
If I were American, I'd be there saying, "I'm so excited to be here." If I worked at Apple, I would say, "I could not be more excited." You know? They love that shit, don't they? But no, genuinely, let's drum up.
Yes, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, God damn
We got
it.
the arc portal on and everything. We're getting ready to cook.
Yes.
Love it.
Well,
Okay.
whenever you're ready, my friend.
I'm not ready, but anyway. Okay, let's go.
He's entered the arena.
Moving right on by the first set of trash. All the way to the Troll Gatekeeper. Killing that will obviously get rid of everything else that's coming before it.
Gatekeepers in this game, man. They're the worst.
I know, dude. So many gatekeepers.
Elitist gatekeeper trash.
A good quick start. Gonna clean up these hides for a little bit of extra score.
Loving
Smart.
your resource bar setup there, Grovex. The left to right config. I thought I was like one of the only people that used that.
What?
You know, the
Don't-
Magicka, health, damn,
Oh, yeah.
all in one line. That's how I have it. I like it.
Distract
Sorry, man. Sorry.
That's funny. Good quick burn on that gatekeeper too. On to the first boss.
Yeah, dude. Are you sure you're on vet?
Stop kidding.
No, that was actually really fast.
That's really nice. Shit.
This new host serves me better.
My least favorite boss here.
Yeah, this boss is just a little annoying.
Yeah. Kinda really a RNG for score pushing.
Yeah, for sure.
The force looms strong around you, fledgling hunter.
Got a good quick burn on it though.
Yeah, but... Oh, fuck.
Blue dabba dee dabba die.
This shell brings your death.
I don't think I would have said this challenge if Arcanist didn't come out. It just feels.
Arcanists have definitely a little bit of a cheat code in here for sure. And there it goes. First
Oh.
boss, pretty quick time, pretty good start. for sure.
Horrible. Horrible start for sure.
Ah, that was a good start. That was a good start.
That was a really nice burn, yeah.
I gotta remember that I almost always play on a stam.
Oh yeah.
So this is the one I do last. So
yeah.
I'm kind of looking in awe at the speed, and then just reminding myself, hang on, I do have a bit of an excuse for going slow. It's
Yeah.
not just that I suck.
Yeah, I think the mag order is green, blue, red, and then the stam order is blue, red, green.
Green. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And then if you're a tank, of course, you do red last.
I find that bit kind of scary, the whole, just flying through the air. What if you miss?
I'm not touching my keyboard because like I've been falling quite a
Oh,
multiple
man.
time The thing is, sometimes the grab doesn't work when you are walking, so I'm fairly simple here.
Oh yeah, I just on console try to parkour my way through it with a controller and hope for the best.
Oh fuck.
I hate portals are so good except for when you start getting zigzagged. Oh, it's the worst.
I miss Liba swapped.
yeah.
Oh,
I run them in my Rockgrowth group on a healer, and yeah, every now and then I'm like, that's not what I meant to do at all. Sorry, guys. Enjoy the curses on Barce, right?
Bolting here, gonna try to get a little bit of overburn before the port. Back to the first at 74. Trying to skip the bash mechanic, obviously, which we're well on pace to be able to do here this early.
no. I won't be able to.
Your real challenge starts now.
I find this cow
There it
very
is, number
annoying.
50. Oh, dude. It's one of the most annoying fights because he just jumps and stuns and jumps and stuns, and then you gotta...
Oh god damn it. Oh,
Unlucky. Unlucky.
Yeah, I think Vadashran generally is a great bit of content. I would say these two green bosses might be the weak spot for me. I don't love them.
Yeah, not a huge fan of this boss in particular. I don't mind the Spriggan boss quite as much. I mean, it's a little annoying with the constant invulns, but there's some cool burns that you can try to hit if you spec right and try to push right and obviously get some RNG. But this guy, if you do it first, you can make a quote-unquote speed burn, but otherwise it just gets a little tricky.
Yeah, nothing really beats when you're starting up and you come to these dungeons and you're like, shit, I need to, not arenas even, and I need to really protect myself and heal and this and that. And then as you sort of get better, get good, you go for the burn. It's just offensive, not defensive, and that's a really fun sort of moment when you reach that on a DD.
Oh yeah, and it's a whole different type of prog too. Like a lot of people just assume that when you go into the groups that even in trials have these records and stuff that they just like walk into content and do it. I mean, no, it takes months of progression learning how to go from something like Planesbreaker to the Rockgrove burns. I mean, it's hard and it takes a while.
It was like Zim was saying in chat a couple of minutes ago that actually this place was like transformed for him after just watching a bunch of videos of someone else running it, and it's something Maya and I talk about a lot with Ninja Pulls. It's there is skill in this game, of course there is. That's what makes it fun. But the vast majority of the stuff that's holding people back is knowledge,
6% on Mukau.
not a lack of skill.
Yeah.
You get some good info, and
Hey, Mukau dead.
suddenly
Good
you're
kill,
dusting
good kill.
corrupts. Yeah, that was cool.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is definitely far more of a prog in how much you play type of a game than it is a skill game, in my opinion.
And also, whose YouTube channel you find first.
Oh man, I quit on that Mukau many times. Just like
Mukau's gone. Don't gotta worry about him anymore.
exactly, like the Ring of Frozen Bullshit in Maelstrom.
Oh gosh, dude. Yeah, that
oh
boss.
no. Why did I ulti her?
To kill the Warden faster.
Because we don't like harvesters.
Exactly.
The toxic gatekeeper.
Another one. Grabbing all the ads and bringing it to the Ogrim for some extra score. Good strats. I mean, the stuff really is melting. It's getting killed very quickly. Even in the second round here, as the ads have upped in health and upped in damage a bit.
Extra hard.
Have you updated your build for this challenge, Grovex, or did you
Yeah,
run
Yeah.
with
of
the same
course.
stuff? Oh, you did. Cool.
Zakurin the Sculptor.
I'm loving all the different setups for trashing for bosses, and you got to think, it's obviously a little bit of a disadvantage going first here in the competition, but then again, is add-ons and controller for Maya more of a disadvantage at this point?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I haven't even asked you about your setups, Maya. So you can't do a lot of switching
No.
without the add-ons, except a little bit of ninja switching here and there. How?
Gotta get those console swaps, man.
Yeah, like how long? Be straight with chat. How many minutes / hours do you think you spent practicing the setup swaps?
Yeah. This is gonna be an hour, yeah. It's the add-ons and the different UI, that's not the end of the world, it doesn't change so many things, but it changes that. Because it's something that I'm used to.
Yeah, and at least the UI is familiar to anyone who played Skyrim. It's pretty similar, right?
Yeah. In this arena, Maya versus Khan, who would win? Well, it's very simple.
Depends on the class.
No. If I get Khan very, very, very drunk, then maybe. Maybe, probably not.
Many women have spoken those words, Maya.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
They were wrong. They didn't have to get me drunk at all.
If a Khan drunk doesn't really... Nah, he just doesn't really get drunk.
I was gonna say, I don't think I only spent a couple days with the guy, but we went through a lot of alcohol and not a whole lot of intoxication.
Nah.
Well, for him, I was drunk for almost the whole trip, but that's a whole nother story.
But that wasn't particularly obvious either. I think Skinny made it known a couple of times that he was under the influence,
Hey!
but only by being the most fun. Only in the best way.
That's awesome.
I'm not gonna lie, I did pour myself a big GNT, gin and tonic, for anyone who doesn't know what that is. A little bit of Dutch
Ooh.
courage, they call it, I think.
Oh,
Not that strong though, is it?
oh,
Well,
couldn't grab it. I don't know why.
That's unfortunate.
I gotta be
Here we
honest,
go.
Grovex, I never even used the portal a few times. The Arcanist ability.
Oh man,
I never even used
it's
it. I've
the
only
best
done
worst
this-
ability in the game.
Yeah, I never I've only done this a few times on Arcanist. I'm so dumb; it didn't even occur to me to use the gate.
but yeah,
Yeah,
so in
that's-
this challenge, Grovex goes first, then his score will go up on the top of the screen. Then I go. See what happens.
It's just it's not even a friendly rivalry thing. It's just a friendly bit of messing around. Although there is 5 million gold at stake, you should say. But
That is-
massive thanks to Grovex for for taking on the challenge,
Yeah.
volunteering.
I mean, killing it too.
I know, right? It's looking great.
Oh. Why I use Portal? No, to be honest, I'm slotting Portal for the red part.
Oh yeah, that's
For
right.
the lava, I think there is some I won't call that skip, but
That's awesome. Grovex, you got a lot of supporters in chat. I like to see that. Bringing the friends. That's awesome.
Yeah, Reba Sama is saying, "Yo, allez, Grovex!"
Nice. Nice range extend.
I've actually got some chill synthwave playing right now as I watch this, and it goes perfectly with the visuals or the
Some
actions.
synthwave.
Yeah,
What is that?
you know, music that pretends it's from the late '80s,
Sure.
but it's not.
That's fine.
Yeah. This is Grovex running, and I'm running afterwards, and Puppies is comparing and explaining what we're doing wrong and what we're doing well. But maybe one day we can convince him to show us how it's done.
Oh man. My expertise is definitely in 12-man. This solo stuff is really fun, but I don't think I've ever like score pushed Vatashran outside of maybe achievement run, you know.
Yeah.
But it's a very cool and very interesting place for sure. And especially this blue room with all the different ways that you can handle these different rooms and these gates specifically.
Wait, what the?
It's just not damageable. Whoa, that's crazy! What is happening?
No.
There it is.
Oh, that's rude. Is he in
Just
a
in
weird,
time. Just in time.
invulnerable spot?
Yeah,
What
that
a
was
little-
super troll.
Yeah.
Well, that was just an extra pad to get a few points from the ads. Not grabbing the buff or anything.
Yeah, see, I don't even know enough about this place to know when it is worth doing that. Is it worth getting the points or just running past? I honestly don't know. Because it changes, you know, depending on the ad pack.
Yeah, and it also just typically depends on how fast you are as well.
Yeah, that scamp was definitely using exploits. 100%.
Wasn't it a Banekin?
I'm gonna be
Well,
honest,
that
I don't know
one
the
too.
difference.
Get it right, Maya.
Hey!
I mean, absolutely cooking through this boss already at 30%. You only got 2 of those beams up too. I think only the first eyeball's up. This boss is nearly done.
Yeah, that was fast. Remember when this launched, I cleared this a few times. And, you know, had to figure out for myself, you know, how this fight worked and what the mechanics were and you know, how dangerous everything was and yada yada yada. And then I'd cleared it a few times and then this buddy of mine who was a tank main said to me, "Why are you doing any of that? Just burn it." Literally,
yeah.
at launch, it was already a thing. You could just nuke it. It
Oh,
hadn't
yeah.
even occurred to me.
Oh yeah, well, especially because of Thracian, man. Thracian, I mean, Thracian now is still really good, but Thracian at launch was just out of this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was only 6 months after, wasn't it? So it was still pretty. I remember Markarth for Stamden though, primarily, because in Greymore Magden was like
crap.
out of this
Yeah,
world.
th-
good.
this pack, when you would get a bit greedy, often end up like this.
Oh yeah, I mean, all the ads just in this last stretch in the Red Room especially just hit so hard.
Yeah, nasty.
But yeah, I mean, I think on console, I can't remember if it's VMA or Vatashran, but the record for one of them just got beat for the first time since Greymore,
Oh,
like a month ago.
Way. Yeah, that tells you a lot.
yeah.
Yeah, Thracian was out of this world overpowered.
I mean, obviously for me, the biggest challenge in these things is not to get lost.
Oh man.
I mean, you could get lost anywhere, but at least in here, I
Oh,
feel like
come
you have an
on.
excuse.
It's just unfortunate.
No, this one is not unfortunate. It's just like my bad.
That Clanfear jump.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It's so annoying.
that's why I don't understand why it's the favorite ad of Maya.
Is it really?
It's because it's a really good friend for like a Sork tank.
Yeah, just the pet.
Fuck
Yeah.
that. Fuck that argument.
Oh, those Clanfears are so troll. It's unreal.
Yeah, we used to play with an older dude. He had a leg injury. He was from a city in the UK called Bristol, which is in the southwest, where they kind of talk like this. And whenever we'd go to Imperial City with him, he'd always get knocked down by that Clanfear jump. And he'd be like, "Oh, you bastard!" every time. So they have a special place in my heart because of that. Just always made me laugh.
All right. The Queen.
Probably
Yeah.
one of the tamer bosses in here for sure. I enjoy this boss. It's just like you get into this hard arena after all of this trash that's just awful, and then you get a little bit of a break with this one.
I don't know. I've called her all sorts of names other than the Queen, but yeah.
Oh, hello?
I love it. I also love the idea that they took something that's just a cute little pixie creature. It's not even an enemy usually.
Oh no, we've lost pups. There's pups.
It's back.
Sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
Well, this is a solo arena, so you can't go in with more or less. So no, they stay the same. The content is exactly the same difficulty. Doesn't matter how many people go in. So like if a dungeon, one person goes in, same difficulty.
Yeah, soloing Dragonstar won't make it any easier.
Or fun.
The unique thing about Vatishran, though, is that it does technically get harder and harder as you progress through the actual arenas, but just designed by, I guess, mechanic, rather than however many people are in there, like they were saying.
I will be missing point from the imp that doesn't come.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Just didn't aggro.
Yep.
Yeah, that's been a
I
fun bug.
thought I placed it my caltrop properly, but not the case apparently.
It's alright, we're gonna get Gina to look into it.
Another few trash I don't like, because like if they light attack at the same time, you're just dead.
Oh yeah, this is one. Pulling this guy too is so sketchy. It's always so sketchy.
I think I've died to this guy more than anything else in this arena.
I usually,
More of it.
when I'm just going for the trifecta, I just let him walk right past me. Forget him. Keep walking, bozo.
Nice, nice.
And there is
Kill.
See that big bag of bones just fall to the ground is so satisfying, right?
This pack in particular, something about this day drought
is also like pretty
is
dangerous too.
so awful.
But his only saving grace is that if you kill him, everything else dies, right?
Yeah. I almost feel it's safer to just. He has so much health and is so
Oh,
beefy
fuck.
to just kill everything first.
I ran too hard and no stam left. Too much mistake.
It's just that breath hits so hard, and it's hard too because you spend so many of your resources, especially on a stamina character, trying to avoid all of the damage that day drought puts out. So it's usually safe to like kill all the little ads around them and then deal with the day drought. But unfortunately, sometimes that can just take a little too long, and then you're tapped out of resources.
Glad you say that because I've never done it that way.
A little bit of ring around the rosies. And he's
Does
dead.
it-
Easy peasy.
Can you gain protection against his breath by using that ball? Do you guys know
Nope.
that?
No, I don't think
No,
so.
no, no,
that
you
would've been
can't.
cool.
That would be fun.
That would be pretty
Aw.
cool.
So how many times have you like got this guy almost done and then just whew, dead?
The Pyro Lord is, to be honest, the boss I'm the most afraid of.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially on an Arcanist, this mechanic in particular. Yeah, exactly. Having to adjust to whichever way it decides to spin at almost the last second is tense.
Yeah.
Very few mechanics I feel like you have to purely react to, and that's definitely one of them.
Or what? You're safe up there? Oh my god!
that's
Yeah.
that's stupid.
I never knew that. I'm learning. This is great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
evidently the fire coals up there, though, in the middle, they will do damage to you, so you just have that kind of smaller ring to work with.
Well, he's nearly cooked. Nice.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh gosh, those
To be honest,
Atros
that's
right at the end
usually
of the fight,
my
but we got
run.
him.
That's usually my run killer.
Yeah, that was
Not today! It was a good pull.
Good stuff.
that
Give
was
it up,
great,
Rubik
yeah.
guy.
And we're on to final. Just like that. This guy gave me so much trouble for so long. Just because of, especially when you're burning quickly, all the Atros that come out at the same time, I eventually just decided to... Ooh, we got a little pre-dot going here. I eventually just decided to aggro the
it's slow.
Atros myself one at a time.
Oh, god damn it! Yeah, I completely flame. My bad.
I was gonna say, did a swap not get off all the way through?
Yeah,
Oh no.
Oh, shoot.
It's tragic.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just gonna put it out there. This boss is legit scary, and I don't mean the damage and the mechanics. I just mean the boss design. Scary.
You mean like 90s Japanese
Yep.
horror movies scary?
Yep. Exactly. Ooh.
Yeah, that crazy satanic yoga she does
Yeah.
when she's doing her attacks. I mean, as a piece of animation, I love it, but it is really horrible.
hey, please die. This one.
Oh no, this means it's my turn soon. Time to hydrate with my GNT.
Kudos
that's
to this. Sorry,
Great
Bugs, you go.
damage. No, you're good. I was just gonna say that's great damage. It doesn't even
Yeah.
have any of those shade Atros coming back up. Boss is already pushed. I mean, this is a really clean pull.
It ties in with exactly with what I was about to say, which is I really dig the design from a combat standpoint. Like, they're not forcing you to go fast and bring a ton of deeps. You can approach it kind of how you want, but they really reward you if you just burn. More than any other fight in the game I can really think of. At launch, I mean.
And where my first list was in Nightblade, and like if you go fast enough, this is just, hey, please.
Killer's Blade is the only thing you
Right
use,
there.
yeah?
Yeah, basically. Where is the perfect spawn? Quite lucky.
Good ult here just to take out this last set for sure.
Oh, wrong sense. You.
Ooh! I'm a little bit behind, but yeah, holy cow, that was a close one.
Holy cow.
Nothing holy about that guy.
Hey.
Great work.
I was aiming for freeze. 300,000 at least. Yeah.
That was a great run, though. Just porting out.
It's
Fuck that shit.
Oh man,
Oh yeah.
Well,
that was a great clear. That was a really good clear. That was solid. I missed the score though. What did it end up? Oh, there it is. It's popping up.
Yeah, still on top.
Nice. 296. That's a really solid run. It's a really solid run.
How much did I've done? Like, yeah, a bit less than previous one.
yeah, that was very nice.
Yeah, I mean, doing these runs, especially spur of the moment when you're kind of put on the spot and you got one try and this is it. There's always pressure there. Like, you know, those perfect runs almost never happen in a situation like this.
That's also why I go a bit slower on the red one and blue one, because when the imp sink or anything, you would just die out of bad luck.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways,
All right.
were you happy to get Vadashran rather than Maelstrom, or have you been happy the other way around? Now that you're done, we can ask, right?
to be honest, I don't know. But Vatran is definitely easier, but the difference will come to just a very tiny bit of things.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
For sure. Maelstrom's super interesting because there's a variety of super bursty burns, and then it's mostly ad spawns too because of the arena. So it's a lot about, you know, how much you know about what's spawning where, and if you need to and how to get them stacked as quickly as possible to just almost insta nuke.
The thing is, I think it's better to have Vateshran just because for content, because Maelstrom as Arcanist just sum up as chain beam, nuke, chain beam, nuke for 9 rounds straight. Not really funny to.
Yeah.
Anyway, closing the stream, maybe.
Yeah. 2-6.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, everyone, I'm gonna go reset everything, set up, and we will be right back. So stay tuned. All right, so we're nearly back. Maybe. It just won't reset. It's just not resetting. I don't know why. Can I use Twitch Point to give my more penalty? Oi, Grovex. That's not very nice.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
How much more can you penalize than no add-ons and no keyboard?
I know. For a PC gal, it's just like, thank you. Finish your drink.
Oh,
Right.
gotcha. What kind of a drink, I guess, is the penalty, huh?
Yeah, it's the gin and tonic. All right. Well, I finished it.
That's
So the longer this reset takes, the more likely I'm to walk off the edge. So yeah, it's good, right?
It's good.
Yeah, Maya's gonna be so fucking baked when she gets in there. She's gonna walk up to that Minotaur, slap it on the ass, and run away. That's the thing drunk people do, right?
Oh yes. 100,000 crux has to use alt account. Yeah, that's about level 2.
The NA account, holy shit.
No, 4 maybe.
Or the
The ones we were.
the
Gifted when we got locked
emergency
out.
account
Yeah.
that Zos gave you, yeah. That was a lot of fun, huh?
Yeah, that was interesting. I was really gutted because it was such a strong Steam, and we may not, but we may have been the first to clear the new trial on PTS on Veteran because of the EU times, being so nice and early. But hey ho, instead we were locked out of the accounts for 2 weeks.
It's so good. I'm just itching to get back in there constantly.
That's really cool to hear because I saw your tweet like the day after, like, oh my god, it's the best thing, it's the best trial, and to hear you still say that, that's really cool.
Yeah, I really, really like it. I'm kind of bummed that we haven't been in there more. Olibo's doing a bunch of runs, but all of them are times that I can't make. I have raid groups there.
Yeah.
And we've scheduled like a bunch of vet clears, but I suppose we probably could have done some hard mode prog in there if we'd set other prog groups aside, but
Sure.
it's not really a thing that we do typically. So yeah, it would have been great to be able to join you or Ollie or one of the other groups that's been doing it.
Yeah.
The first 2 bosses are, especially compared to probably the last 3 trials, the first 2 boss hard modes I feel are very tame. There's like, the first boss has ways, it's kind of weird because if you have somewhere in between insane and like average group damage, then like it can be a little tricky. But if you have like insane damage, then it's obviously easy. But if you have like lower than average maybe damage, then there are a lot of ways that you can make the fight easier by just prioritizing other things. But the edge just spawn on a timer, and so it can line up really, really weird if you're in between that. So it's cool. It's cool that there's ways to like make the fight easier if you want to slow strat it and whatnot.
Like
You
those
can kind of
like
do something similar on
shell
second.
phase. Kind of if you lose a little damage on her, Grovex,
Holy hydrate!
what a dick!
Maya's gonna have to go use the restroom in the middle of the pool.
I love it.
That's his plan the whole time.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate
More like
that.
Vadashran swallows.
Yo!
Although that sounds like something else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo!
Well, I'm glad this
That
is an
is,
18 plus stream.
A little bit more than a
boy,
hydrate
brother,
there, bro.
you take it.
Oh god.
Sorry.
Hey, Ray-Sama, thank you so much for the follow.
European humor over here.
Yeah, huh?
Or just me, an infant.
Yes.
Take your pick.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah. A lol.
In all seriousness, though, Maya, I did make you a bunch of cool holding pattern screens. Can we see one more of them?
No.
Maybe other than this one? Even though I love seeing my necro tank riding towards the camera
Alright, I think...
into infinity.
Sorry, I just tried logging in. the rights matron is there, so that's a good sign, right? Because she wasn't here.
That's a great sign. That's a great sign.
There we go.
All right. Yes. Sorry to keep you waiting, everyone. We are ready. Well, I'm not ready, but emotional, whatever. But yeah, okay. Okay, I'm gonna swap the screens, and I'm gonna get going, I guess. Right, let's do it. Okay, let's go. So, console UI and no add-ons, and I'm no DD, so this could be interesting. But let's have some fun. I might be crap with chat. I do apologize, but just support would be lovely. Send me vibes.
And if you
You're gonna do great, Maya. You're gonna cook.
And if you cast your eye to the top of the overlay, we have updated the score and the time.
That's
It's Grovix is up there, and we'll see. That's a tough one to beat.
it is. There.
Good little Destro on the Warden, and good job to avoid the interrupt there. Holy cow. I mean, that thing just melted. Already cooking off to a pretty good start here. Goodness gracious.
Oh, don't jinx it! Don't jinx it!
Look at that stam.
And super low out there. I'm guessing you're probably in Riptide. I don't see any souls on procs on the console UI, and that low stam's probably a pretty good indication of that.
I'm scared.
Nice thing about Arcanist too is Pragmatic just makes everything so much simpler. Especially when this place first came out and the most advanced class was a Nightblade in here especially. Nightblade can be a bit of a tricky class to play. Good little ring around the rosy on that Warden there. That stun is always so annoying, especially when it rips you out of your beam.
Oh yeah.
It's always sketchy starting to pull out with 20% stam though. Might chill just a little bit. Nope, going straight into it. I respect it.
It's the gin and tonic talking. I can't help it.
But you kind of have to go fast or go home,
That's true.
because Grovix didn't mess around in there.
He did not even a little.
No, big dude.
He's a big dude, but he's a dead dude. It don't matter.
I love the support. This is awesome. Can I have this every time I'm here?
Just 8 puppies in your head every time you run content. Nice heal there, Maya. Nice block.
We're running out of time here pretty soon. Probably need to go find a light. Just in time. Synergy's always so like buggy on controller too, I feel, compared to keys. Granted, I'm not a proficient keys player in any capacity, but any remote capacity. I think I tried it for a month, and I pretty consistently top parsed a group and was hitting about 50% of the numbers that I normally do and gave up on it pretty instantaneously.
Well, I get enough challenges thanks to Twitch, so I've sort of been practicing on things, just so I don't embarrass myself. And it's for charity, so...
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Have you had a chance to talk much about what's going on? I've seen you post a lot about it on Twitter.
Yeah, it's Voiceapalooza, spearheaded by Wes Johnson. Khan, take over.
Yeah, so this whole thing, the ESO Olympics, pardon the pun, and all of the Voiceapalooza things that are going on this month are all in support of the Alzheimer's Association. It is Wes Johnson's little project, the most prolific voice actor that in Bethesda Game Studios and the sort of Bethesda family history. He was Forks in Fallout 3, remember that?
There is
Oh, wow.
safety in mindfulness.
Uh-oh.
All that shit. And Hermaeus Mora, obviously in this game,
Uh-oh.
Gorath. He's the original
Out of Stam.
guy.
Can't break free.
Oh. He's the
Out of time
original-
there, and maybe for the best.
Whoa.
That was not looking good.
Yeah, so yeah, Wes Johnson, a legend. Basically, that's all you need to know. And the charity is yet another fantastic one. It's not one of those we have to think about, is that kind of a tutti fruity thing that is trying to get money out of me? No, this is some heavy shit. And yeah, the Alzheimer's Association needs our support. And it's been a great thing for gamers to rally around every year. Let's make this one particularly good. ESO and the ESO community is more involved this year than it has ever been before. And yeah, please go and donate right now. It's not even a thing that can be argued with. Those trifectas you're working on, they won't happen unless you go and donate. It's not going to happen. That's how the
Can't get 'em.
universe works. I keep saying this doesn't persuade anyone, but seriously, don't think about it. It's one of those things, if you pause and think, oh, that sounds lovely, I'll do it later, it won't happen. If you're anything like me, you just got to go and do it straight away. So please, join the stream. Head over to, you can hit the exclamation donate and follow the link. None of the money goes to Ninja Balls, none of it goes to, A Puppy's yacht fund.
My yacht.
None of it goes to Twitch, sorry, anything like
None of
that.
it goes
Or-
to Twitter either.
Yeah, it's all going straight
shiny.
to cards. I feel like that's the thing that Maya's been going on. I think that's all I got, Maya. Did I
Probably just a
distract-
little bit of a slight misstep there, but we were distracted talking about some things. It's
Exactly.
understandable.
Alright. That's the boss. Okay, let's
This
go.
guy's ginormous.
Again, Rovix is saying feels like it's so much faster. Remember, this is the first arena.
The first
wasn't it?
arena, yeah.
Yes. So it's quite different. I noticed that a lot when I play on a mag. I've only done it a couple of times because I always play stamina in here.
hmm Good little block weave there. You can see the... I don't know, I mean, I know that PC uses quite a few different things to tell some of the same things that we do on console, but if you guys don't know, that little shield icon, it's hard to catch sometimes, but it's the only way console players like me know if someone's blocking or not.
I mean, half the time it doesn't seem to work anyway, the block, it's a block
Touche.
work. Oh, yeah.
Good, clean, quick kill. That's a pretty solid start, Maya.
Hey, it's like I know what I'm doing.
We saw these ads when we took them on as the third set do quite a bit of damage here, so
Yeah.
interested to see how we're going to try to handle it this time around. And we're just going for it. We're just going for it. I love it. The damn clan fear.
Whew, well, I've got a score to beat, so yay!
Gotta cook, I suppose.
Oh, not stopping for the buffs. So you tested that and found that this
Yeah.
worked out better for you.
Worked out better is probably a strong comparison. Having 30k health is never a bad thing. That Flame Atro just didn't die, unfortunately. The backtrack to make sure that it did there.
He's just sabotaging me.
Stem's looking a little low. These wardens, these gatekeepers do not mess around. And there's the fire breath. Ooh, that's gonna be a little sketchy, but it's no problem. Holy cow. Low on Stam starting this one at 7%. Holy. Yeah, get a little heavy attack to start that, I think. Gonna get a potion soon though, so it shouldn't be the end of the world here.
Gimme.
Oh, it's a pretty nice portal spawn, actually.
It's a fantastic portal spawn right into the wall. Ooh, that Atro trying to sneak up from behind.
Well,
Some pretty good crux management. Just having a one flow most of these, almost a one phase, almost, not quite.
I hate running through the lava. Like, it just feels like it's just gonna go wrong, right? It's just not healthy.
Running through lava is not something that I typically recommend for most people's health.
Don't do this at home.
Gotta admit.
Yeah, my physician is dead against it. I don't know why.
Hot, 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 hot.
You ever seen the Polar Express? Sorry, probably shouldn't distract you. We had that same issue with Gravix.
Yeah.
Didn't want to distract him.
I don't think I ever saw that movie.
No.
I know what it
Polar
is.
Express?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a classic Christmas movie.
Robert Zemeckis, right? The 3D
I'm not sure.
animation.
Maybe gonna skip the caretaker here? No, there he comes in for points, just killing everything first. That's fair enough. I understand that.
You look like you were in two minds about that. Just making sure the ads are down, or did you just like think, fuck it?
Oh, that's a bad stun. Oh my goodness. It's lucky this is Arena 2, or that might have been a death. Holy cow.
Oh, should have skipped it. Next time.
Next time. Running a bit low on stam here, going into a really dangerous pull.
It'll be fine.
You tested
Got a
it?
potion back in good time though, right there. Got potion back in good time. And just chose to ult and nuke it. That's probably the safer thing to do. It's going to be interesting not starting off with an ult on this boss though.
That is, funnily enough, that is exactly what I was talking about earlier, that I usually just blew my ult on that guy.
Higher
And this boss, I really like what you're doing here. I typically prefer to play this boss a little bit of a ring around the rosies myself just to avoid that engulfing flames right there. It can put a nasty dot on you.
I'm just scared of him.
I always hate that mechanic so much too, just having to back up. Because if you just like make one small little misstep, you're just dead right there.
Me?
Maya learning from Gravix there.
Yes.
So, did you actually know this? Because I genuinely didn't know this.
Oh! 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 Holy cow! Almost got blown up, running for her life right now. That's a
Ow.
death. Holy cow! That boss just smacked.
Rip.
Oh well.
That's what we were talking about earlier, though. This is the boss that's going to do that if it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh! And there it is again.
Wrong direction.
Finding it hard not to lean to the side watching this.
I'm leaning. I'm leaning. I'm leaning. Doesn't help.
Gosh, this boss just...
Got
His
it.
light attacks are doing so much. But that's a
yes.
kill. Unfortunately, 2 deaths. That's going to slow down the score quite a bit, but we'll see if it becomes detrimental or not later on, I suppose.
Yep.
Man, the monster's now at their most difficult iteration.
And you've done it all on one setup so far.
Yeah, no gear swaps. Just decided it wasn't worth it after the practice, I suppose.
Exactly.
Fair enough. Some of those console swaps can get a little tricky, and I mean, if you have a good bar setup that works, it's never a bad thing to just stick with it. This Gatekeeper, taking a little bit of time. This is the arena that we saw Gravik start with here, and so he was definitely flying through some of these. A little bit quicker than we're probably going to see here. Playing these ads definitely a bit safer, though. Not sacking everything on the Gatekeepers like we saw in the first couple of pulls. Oop. Little 2 Crux beam there. All good. 3 Cruxes are for schmucks anyway. Who needs them?
2 Crocs is all you need.
That's right.
It's kind of triggering me that you're not going after the Stam buffs, Maya. I've never not done that.
Can't afford it.
Ooh. Choosing not to go with the ult straight away, it looks like here. Waiting for the initial port. I kind of like that decision, I'm not going to lie.
The butt beam.
Yep.
A really good initial burn on that to start here.
This is the part I hate when they
Looks
start.
like a little turned around, but that should be okay. Shouldn't be the end of the world there.
They start
Uh-oh, I'm blue, da-ba-dee-da-ba-die. And these friggin' stunning out of book is just tragic.
Brings your death.
Out of stam. That might cause some problems. Oh, you almost have an ult. Come on, just finish it. Oh, it's so slow, but it ends up happening. Holy cow. Fighting for every last bit of stamina on that pull.
You got away with that, yeah.
Yeah.
Just running right past the Cliff Racers, giving a quick little drive-by heavy, though. Respect it. And that's good. All the ads are going to come in here, and you can just beam towards them. I mean, if this Gatekeeper dies, it doesn't really matter, but I don't think these Cliff Racers really do much in the way of damage, which is another huge benefit to doing this arena last.
I've got the minor.
Is that a lot of the other ads?
That's,
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Ah!
Flying straight through it. Goodness gracious. Controller and all.
That's the scariest shit.
It really is.
Yeah. Moo cow.
Moo cow coming up.
Yeah. Just want to turn him
Ooh,
into
behind the
burgers.
Hajj. Remember, you do more damage to the Hajj in front of it. Sorry, I shouldn't be giving tips away. This is a competition.
Hey! Go for it. Bring it. I ain't complaining.
He gave up on the on the grapple right there.
All right.
Moo cow.
Gonna be burgers.
And away he goes. And again, it looks like choosing not to ult here right off the rip. Probably waiting for the port?
Me.
Sure are. Maybe.
Oh man, he's so annoying.
Yeah, this guy. Yeah.
No fun, especially doing them on the hardest iteration, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Why am I doing this to myself?
Oh, it's still a fun arena.
Right before the heavy goes out, grappling away just in time. Holy cow. Oh, getting stunned by that for some reason.
Oof.
Running a little bit low on stam here. Makes me a little uncomfortable, but that's the Coral Riptide life, I suppose.
I'm not really paying attention to it until you bring it up. Then yeah, it's making me nervous as well.
Ay, ay, ay.
It's like you might have enough time until you get a potion, though. Good dodge on the heavy. He's going to go invulnerable, and it looks like one more bash phase. Ooh. That stun looks a little desynced.
Yeah.
Definitely take. Ooh. Gotta move. Got the heavy. Ooh, a Languid instead of a Destro there. You gotta heal up a little bit, Maya. Heal up a little bit. Sorry, no tips, no tips.
Jeez.
The stamina here is just so sketchy. Almost got a potion. Live, Maya, live. Oh, just spamming pragmatic out of everything. Gonna do the mechanic one more time. This is gonna slow down the fight quite a bit, but it might just be necessary. Oh my gosh, just keeps getting stunned. Oh,
Yeah.
almost dead. Kill it.
No, 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 no.
Oh my
God,
gosh.
Can I unclench now? Jeez.
Holy cow. That was intense. A little bit of a slow fight there. That might cost some score for sure, but no deaths, I suppose. That's all that matters. I'm interested to see if we're going to play this safe or just go straight for the nuke like we did before. I got a feeling I know what's coming. I was wrong. We're playing it safe. Okay, I respect it. I respect it.
Well, I don't want to lose it now.
Touche.
That's one of the things with
Looks like we
Arcanine.
got-
You can focus ads without really dropping it.
Oh yeah, especially during this shade phase. It's so helpful. But it looks like the boss is going to go down before that's even an issue.
Grappling makes me nervous.
Ooh, taking a little bit of damage right off the rip here.
Mm-hmm.
And already low on stam again, like we've talked about, I feel like this entire time in here.
Definitely wasn't my idea to run Riptide in here.
It's the meta.
Well, it works everywhere, you know? That's the...
A little turned around there, and that boss a little bit healthy coming out.
Really don't like this boss.
A good, quick, clean nuke, though. Holy. Oh, not dead yet. Not dead yet. We got two cow things.
I know.
Out of stamina. That's what we like the potions for. Only at 30% this time coming out. A little bit of a cleaner nuke there. For sure. Ooh, we got the shade phase coming up now.
Yeah, we do.
Looks like we're going to open up a path just in time, but it doesn't matter. Just red left to go.
Go on, Maya.
We got that flame shaper that we got to worry about at some point, more than likely.
Yep.
Woo! Not going down that time. This boss is already back up to nearly 30% again here. A little turned around. Portal's right on the atro there. A little bit of a troll.
No fair.
And just 500k left to burn off this boss. And here it is. Score that's going to pop. Is it enough? We're about to find out. 1k! Holy cow, it's barely enough.
You just beat your best score. That's great.
Oh my.
Yeah, may have.
There it is, a 25-38, 297, 2 deaths, both to that damn Pyromancer guy. Very unfortunate,
Holy
very
shit,
unfortunate.
So
Great run
close.
nonetheless.
Oh my god. Oh. Well, Grovex, do you want to hop back in? Come back in. Come. That was crazy. Are you updating it, Khan?
I'm updating the score right
Yeah.
now, yeah.
That's yeah. Can't be on mic. Oh, that's a shame. Okay. Yeah, Journal Mobile. Go for it. Let's go.
Let me just double check that score. 25-38 and a 297-198. Wow, that is an extremely close score.
That was
That's like
a
the most
1k
drama.
score difference.
The most drama you can hope for. I love it. Both really nice clears. All right, let me get that updated.
Yeah, let's just get that updated and then go and have a chat with Mr. Grovex, because yeah, that was. Yeah, I'm just.
Are we hopping back in that channel or pulling him in?
Hop back in, hop up, hop through, hop somewhere.
Sure.
Let's do it. Hello.
Hello. Nicely done.
Thank you. So, I mean, that was freaking close. But yeah, I gotta ask. So, were you surprised?
By what?
Well, that I didn't suck.
No, I mean, I know you will do well.
Well, so the thing is, I'm not a main DD, right?
Yeah, I know.
And I do play with some add-ons, and I don't play with a controller. But, well, the thing is, there is someone here who is a Stonks DD, who plays with our add-ons, and also plays with not only, obviously, controller UI, but with a controller and on console. So, so full disclosure, Grovex, you have been playing against 8 puppies all along.
What?
And even more full disclosure, it was his idea. It was my... And you almost
It was a great
beat
run,
him
man.
as
It was a
well.
great run, man. That was really close. I was sweating after those couple of deaths to the Pyromancer boss, dude. That was a good run.
Yeah. How much difference do we have actually?
1k.
It was like almost exactly 1k score difference,
Okay,
yeah.
so 22.2 point is 1 second difference, so we are about 40 seconds apart.
Oh yeah, no, you would have beaten my time for sure, without a doubt, 100%.
No, you did better.
Didn't you finish with 11-bit?
You died 4 times? No.
No, I finished with 13-bit and you finished with 11. Your run was definitely faster. I think also you might have. I haven't ever score pushed Vatishran. I think that you killed some ads at some point that I didn't even know existed in the blue room.
Yeah, the thing is, when you start like with green, you can pick the second optional portal in blue to
Oh,
get like 5 or
gotcha.
7 more. I mean, there is like 1 imp first, 1 second, an eye, and like 5 or maybe like 10 ad. You can catch.
Gotcha. Okay, well, cool, very cool. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Well,
But-
that was pretty awesome, and yeah, I'm sorry to say, but you've been a ninja.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome.
That
Actually,
was a lot of fun, man. I'm glad it was so competitive. That was a lot of fun.
yeah, that was
Okay,
fun.
so Peppy, you don't train your gear swap and skill swap.
I do a lot of gear and skill swapping on some score pushes that I do on console with another team, but I kind of just decided that I was going to. Honestly, I made a couple of changes to my bar after watching your run through. Full disclosure, I put Caltrops on my bar and I switched to Maelstrom Lightning. Those were really good decisions. I decided I was going to keep Echoing on just because I kind of figured after that first run that if I could finish with a little bit more Vit, that I had a decent chance of getting a 297 there. But
Yeah.
So I chose to stop swapping things like structured or camo hunter
real.
for certain situations, and I just went with this bar setup all the way through.
But I'm so pleased that was such a fantastic idea, Pups and Grovix. Thank you so much for being game. And
Okay,
I just knew when you messaged me, I just knew, you're chill, you're cool, you won't be upset. And of course, I'm still sending,
that's
I'm
exactly
still
what I
sending
just
you that
think.
5 million, obviously.
That's what I just think. Like you made it like you say something like yesterday or the day before about like you are happy that I'm not like angry or anything about things like that.
Yep.
So that's why. That's definitely why. Nice.
Yeah, just a reminder, everyone, the pot for this challenge was 5 million in-game gold. Grovix probably would have stepped up anyway because, he loves a laugh and he likes a challenge, I guess, as well. But even though, Pups was a little bit like, oh, I'm not even sure I'm going to beat that score. That's really good.
Yeah, when we were in there, we were talking about it, man, and I just that was a great score, man. That was a great score. I didn't think I was going to beat that.
But regardless of the result, however it was going to go, Grovix, that 5 million was always yours the moment you signed up.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you so much, man. That's so cool. I love it.
Nah, that's great. Thank you guys.
That was a blast,
And
man. Thank you
that's
so much for
actually
coming,
because,
dude.
like I checked during the week if Maya play any arena if she made a good score to see how much I need to push. Because to be honest, I just launched an arena for maybe I didn't run any arena for the past 2 years. I just launched one like yesterday to see how rusty I was.
Well,
I did the
Pups
same
is
thing,
a
bro.
trials guy, so I thought this would actually be sort of quite amusing because, if it was a trial thing, then it would be very different. But I was like, hey, why don't we do something a bit unorthodox?
Yeah,
Oh, that was so much
pretty
fun.
fun. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
And if you guys have been entertained, make sure you follow 8 Puppies. Make sure you follow Ninja Balls Gaming if you're not already. And, follow Grovix in whatever capacity is available to you. When he is available to you. Yeah, stalk him
They
in
will
real
find
life.
him, I did.
Find him on Twitter. And when you see him in-game asking for help farming something, or on the NA server asking for crafted gear, do it. And, of
On-
course...
NA?
And then
Yeah, because you wouldn't be
No.
asking for that on EU, would he?
Right.
I'm just trying to think, any favors we can do. But and of course, at the end of the day, we're all here for Voice of Palooza and the Alzheimer's Association. So if you thought that was a fun gag, hats off to 8 Puppies for coming up with the idea, the concept,
That was
and the prep.
amazing.
Maya
Yeah.
for getting it all organized. Grovex for signing up and being such a legend. And of course, please go and donate to the charity. We that's what we need. Thank you.
And thank you to you guys as well for organizing and hosting. This was so much fun.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, I can't wait.
sure.
But like, I mean, no need to go anywhere. But yeah, that was really fun. I'm really glad that turned out really well.
You know, the craziest thing about that run is that that moment when I was sitting at 27 health on the Minotaur, I would have completely lost it had I gone down there, bro. It would have been it.
Yeah,
was, like,
going for the
biting my
Minotaur at the
nails.
end. Yes, dangerous to me.
Awful.
Yeah, Riptide on that fight. Ugh.
So I was messing around with a few different setups. I think I did like a warm-up run or two in here before we went through, and I was trying out Soulzon all the way through, and it was just so bad on the boss fights. And so
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
long boss fight. Maybe
Yeah, it
like
was-
the last zone would be a pain.
yeah, it was great for like trash and stuff, and the trash was definitely a lot quicker, but I just lost so much time on bosses, I decided I was just going to try to run Riptide all the way through and not focus too much on keeping it at 33%, but I got to admit, I didn't have to try very hard. I was just out of stam the entire run.
I love that. I love the commentary as well. That was just so funny. Like, wow, that's interesting. Oh, you're a bit screwed over there.
I'm just thinking in my head, wow, I'm in a terrible spot. Ah, you're in a terrible spot, aren't you, Maya?
What is your CP actually? Because I think our CPs are actually really similar. This is so cool because Pups actually renamed his character to my name just in case. But
And re-outfitted it and
Yep.
everything to make it look like Maya's Arcanist.
Nah,
That's the level
Yeah.
of dedication to the bit. Yeah.
that's what it sounds.
I was doing fighting finesse, biting aura, thaumaturge, and wrathful. Although I probably should have slotted exploiter once I swapped to the lightning staff, but
I think she went your
Um,
CP
just
level.
general CP level.
oh, my fault. 2495.
Mine is 2452, so close.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
that's
so close.
But yeah. Oh, that's so funny. One thing that I was going to message you, but then I thought, no, that's too mean. It's literally the day after, we had that conversation, you like changed and everything. Khan just went, what? Did you guys discuss just using a polymorph? I thought, oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh no,
It's
that made-
cooler this way.
too much sense.
And Grovex gets to be able to go away saying he basically matched 8 fucking Puppies score in Badashran. Never mind the disadvantages of console and all that stuff. That's still a very cool thing to be able to say. Yeah, I actually went head to head with that guy, and oof, it was a hair's breadth, let me tell you.
There's a 27 HP difference, in fact.
Yeah, wow.
And if people aren't aware of just how good Pups is at this game, especially on the trial side, I didn't even know. I mean, this is my ignorance as well as his genius, but I didn't even know until we were talking about it in Amsterdam that you can skip 2 Haverkrells on Ozilso hard mode. I know that
That's
you
crazy.
skip 1, that's routine. But he was saying, no, you can skip 2. You can actually skip 3. But that is like next level strat. And then I like bent his ear for the next 15 minutes explaining how the fuck do you do that.
Well, Paps is also on a mission to get trifecta in all trials on all roles, which is just that's extra super cool.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
people
or
used to
two
do
kind,
before
two
the
kind.
account-wide achievement thing, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, a lot of
although
people
like
kinda
did 11 Picta complete, I think.
Yeah, a lot of people gave up on it when the account-wide stuff
Exactly.
happened, but I just decided that. Well, you could play it on different classes and record POVs and do that, sure. But I just I usually record all my stuff anyway, so I'd at least have proof of the clear as a tank, as a healer, and as a DD, and that was diverse enough for me to at least continue trying to do that. Plus, especially when it's one thing to go in and get a trifecta on whatever role you're doing. It's a whole nother thing to go in and then I started on a tank, a DD, and then go in and do it on a tank, and then when I go back and do it on a healer, in DSR right now, we had a poll yesterday We're doing the strat where I, as the healer, am canceling some of the cones from the Reef Guardian so that we can control exactly when they're running to like manipulate the fight to get a 5 heart, essentially. And one of the times it bugged out and it didn't run when it was supposed to. And so I just had a Reef Guardian coning me for 8 seconds. But because I tanked the fight, it was fine. We were full of it and I lived.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's just the things that you learn from doing all of this content on other roles just makes doing other roles so much easier. And it just makes, it builds so much proficiency in the fight.
Oh,
Obviously.
100%. Yeah.
Most people don't have the time to know life this game the way that I do, and we were talking about it earlier. That's a huge part of doing anything in this game is just playing it a lot, you know. But if you have the opportunity to go in and try to do things on other roles, it's really, really good for your progression as a player.
Agreed. Also, as a raid lead, it's I've known some really fantastic raid leads, but they only play one role, ever. So I mean, it's fine, but when you're trying to diagnose what's gone wrong, especially if the group is learning, like the early stages, you got to be able to just kind of hop in there and go, okay, so what happened with you? What did you do? Where were you standing, kind of thing, and just really try and figure out what went wrong. But if you only know your part, then it's just so much more difficult to do that. And yeah,
Sure.
but I've really loved swapping around. I'm still mostly playing supports. I'm not allowed to DPS. Kidding, but but yeah, but I've really enjoyed playing both and playing different classes and everything. But yeah, I'm looking forward to actually doing some deeps. Maybe next time it will actually be me doing
By
the
the way, Maya,
challenge.
did you clear like all place 100k DPS?
On a
What's that?
dummy, yeah.
You did it? Oh, I don't remember if you finished it.
Oh yeah. That's the thing. 100k DPS these days for someone who I know the game, I know how it works. I just hopped on a fully ready warden this patch and just broke 100k within 2 tries, and I never passed with a warden. So yeah, getting 100k when you have everything leveled and I'm weaving is good and all that. Once I sort of get all that, so it's content because I'm used to either healing or tanking it, so it is a bit different, right? Yeah, I'm definitely inspired by this. Just watching you guys, run through that, and yeah, I should do more of it for sure. Any tips for me?
Oh man. I say oh man because I could give a million, but I think one of the most fundamental things that a lot of people, especially when they're starting out, forget about damage dealing is how dynamic it's intended to be. Like it's great. The dummy's great for practice, and it's definitely somewhere to start and to continue until you get really, really proficient in it. It teaches you all that you need to know about a class and kind of the intricacies of how it works, but when you get into content, I think the best piece of advice I could give for damage dealing is to just try to, think about your rotation as situationally as possible. There are so many different moments where it's not worth recasting some of your dots like trap or cloak. Like when the boss is almost dead, you're going to get more damage by just using your spammable or in so many different situations based on what the boss is going to do next can influence your decision making when you're damage dealing in general. So, practice your rotation, get proficient in it, feel really comfortable with it, but don't let it close your mind to the way that it can change to get you even more damage when you're in actual content scenarios.
Yeah. That's why I think I understand why people want like a build. This is what I run and that's it. But, that's just not how it works. I mean, maybe a little bit more for DDs. You have certain loadouts for supports, especially healers. For a good healer, you have to react to what's going on, what the group is doing and stuff. But yeah, exactly what you're saying. Don't just get locked into one thing. Because,
Then there is Arcanist.
well, then, yeah.
Beam and pray, baby. Beam and pray.
All the way.
But yeah, how much has Arcanist changed the way you play DPS? If you play a lot of Arcanist, for you. Do you like it for starters?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's a great beginner class for sure. The thing I like a lot, I like how unique the Arcanist feels to play in terms of min-maxing damage. Like, it definitely is probably the easiest class to get really good damage out of, but a lot of people underestimate how much understanding you have to have of the nuances of the class to, like, really get the most out of it. You know, into, like, a run. You see, somebody asked me all about and running. It was Sun's fight, and we had made 50 ADs difference. Same thing. Under. Oh, hello.
Hello?
Where did I disappear?
I just reset the channel. I don't know if that was what it was, but I just quickly did that. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm back. Basically, the last 40 seconds of you talking, Pups, I just heard it. I've got my wireless headset on, so I was listening to you while I was down mixing another drink, by the way.
Why would you tell people that?
just turn off the crux thing right now.
Yeah.
So go back to the last 40 seconds. You were saying the Arcanist. You really have to understand the nuance of the way the class works. Since you started saying that sentence, you started.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Discord being Discord.
Yeah, to prevent myself from rambling, the difference between somebody who does like a good dummy rotation and somebody who's putting up a top log or a top parse or score pushing in certain scenarios can be like a surprisingly dramatic DPS difference. And I mean, it's usually a relatively simple fix. It's just usually beaming more. I think people just underestimate how important it is to understand when and how to do burst damage on the arc, because it's a little different than every other class.
Yeah. Yeah, Kel just saying Puppy stream is fun and amazing. Obviously, you already saw that. I have very fond memories of like getting on Twitch first thing on like a Sunday morning. Teddy, fuck off. Or Saturday morning. Sorry, that's my cat.
That's the cat. Yeah. Poor
Not a kid. Well, he's just shoving his head in my glass. That's not going to end well. Well, he's
Gin and Ted.
Thank you, Kazi. And just log in. It was like 7 a.m. for me, probably. So, having my coffee and thank you, and waking up. And just, Pups was live, so I was watching, and they were doing some trials, but obviously, I don't know if everybody was wasted or just, tired, but it was just such a raucous, fun affair. That it was just amazing to watch. I was there, like, having my coffee, just absolutely pissing myself with laughter. But I do love that. I love when I sort of in the morning and people are still up from the night before.
Yeah,
There's just something very endearing about that. But obviously, Pups is an incredible player and lovely guy, and I'm so jealous of Khan that you guys got to meet.
And I'll tell you what, Puppies is as lovely as you would expect him to be. Maybe more so in person, because quote unquote, it's not a term that anyone likes to use, probably, but quote unquote elite players often have this aura around that you think they're kind of going to be dicks or standoffish, or obviously didn't expect that because I know better. But do you know what I mean? Like, everyone can get that vibe sometimes. But I'll tell you what, you are also very good at straddling that. I should finish that sentence quickly, shouldn't I? You're very good at straddling
what did you
that
guys get
divide. That yeah. I'll tell you later. Off stream. That divide between sort of high-end gameplay, you're really pushing, but you're also very entertaining. It's not easy to do both at the same time by any means. Kind of either has to come naturally and take a bit of work and awareness and all that stuff, or it just doesn't happen at all. So mad respect for that. It's something I didn't actually say to you when we were in Amsterdam, but I it wasn't the first time I'd watched you stream. I'd seen it like 4 or 5 times, but your hours are obviously different to ours. But I remember about a year ago, so when Necrom was on PTS, it was like week 4 or 5, so almost exactly a year ago, you were doing like your 100th dummy test with the Arcanist. And I remember and you got to like almost 190k in the opening burst or something like that, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be a good one, guys. And I think it was actually the one that made it to YouTube or whatever.
It was,
But
yeah.
your reaction, I was there for it. It's so funny. I was like,
That's awesome.
I've always thought I would never do a dummy hump on stream because who wants to see that? And then you provided the answer. You know, they'll watch it if it's like this.
I
Because
appreciate
you're providing
that, man. That's really kind
context
of
to the numbers on screen. Because that's what happens in our heads when we see those numbers, right?
you. Yeah, exactly. You see, the beginning parts. You're usually like, okay, 160k peak. I guess this is good enough. We'll keep going. But then you like see it jump up to this number, and you're like, holy shit! Don't fuck this up. This is the one.
Yeah.
Oh man, I already miss Amsterdam, man. That was so much fun. And I mean, oh dude, getting to do the the new trial in the iteration that we saw in Amsterdam is it was like it's harder than the hard mode, dude. What we saw in Amsterdam is harder than the hard mode. It was crazy.
It was so fucked.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it was so awesome. I mean, people were falling over to insane amounts of damage that, like, on normal. We were on normal. And it just, like, maybe requires that much healing on hard mode. Especially on the Scorpion side. But then there was, like, that 5-second window to kill the bosses at the same time. While the dude was playing on stage right next to us and nobody could hear the person directly to their right or left.
Yeah.
It was so tricky.
We will forever have beef with Matt Heafy for that. Even though I loved his set, he played Elvis and Roy Orbison and all the kind of shit you would not expect the frontman of Trivium to play. It was great. He did good. I almost felt bad for not paying more attention. I was listening, but you obviously couldn't watch. But yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
were. Mike Finnegan was there with his signature. Oh, come on, guys! It's so normal. What are you doing? You know,
Yeah.
but he must have known damn well.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he'd given us a hospital pass.
It was crazy, man. I went up to him afterwards and I was like, Finn, 5 seconds might be a little bit of a short window on normal. And he was like, it's not balanced yet. It's not balanced yet. And I was
Yeah.
like, you're right.
But yeah, Luke and I were laughing about the fact that we were sitting right next to each other, like really close. You know, our shoulders were less than 2 feet apart.
Yeah.
We could not hear one another as we yelled at one another because we were in the middle of a fucking heavy metal concert whilst trying to learn this new trial with you screaming like the guy at the beginning of Full Metal Jacket.
Dude, I was trying to be as loud. I'm a loud person. Like, I am a loud individual, man. And I was screaming and people, like, still just couldn't hear me. So I just, like, I started near the end of that when I like got up to try to 13th man it. I started just like waving my hands like crazy when I wanted people to do things, and I had the third row, I think the row that you were on, to my back. I was trying to aim my shout towards you guys while waving my hands at everybody else, like let them know that we were gonna do something.
That sounds pretty amazing.
It was hilarious. Yeah, it made me want LAN party trials.
Right? Yeah.
It's so cool.
Like a super 90s move to have like a LAN party. Who does that? But yeah, I never did it. I think I'm too old. I missed that boat. Too young? I guess that's not a phrase I use often.
Young.
But yeah, too young. I missed the boat there. But yeah, it really made me feel like that would be cool as hell.
Oh yeah, that would be so cool.
Let's go.
Need to do it, Maya. Yeah, you're the organizer. Let's go, Ninja Pools. LAN party.
I mean, yeah, let's go. That's the thing. I'm happy to organize anything as long as there are people interested. Like genuinely, I'm not just this. Like, yeah, anything.
Yeah,
So,
copy in.
we've been so we've been talking about another rate train. Maybe not sort of the size. Well, yeah, maybe smaller, maybe bigger than the one we did in December. Just fuck it, let's do it again. And people are like, really? Why would you want to do that? I actually had fun. I enjoyed doing that kind of stuff. So, and it was so much fun. Yeah, I didn't sleep for about 16 days, pretty much.
Oh man,
Just little
Holy
naps
cow.
here and there.
That's an exaggeration, but not a huge exaggeration.
No, I had obviously some naps, some sleeps, but you know,
yeah,
wanted to
for sure.
make sure that everything was.
But it didn't really pass anyone by. People are still talking about it. Blux and I were saying yesterday, Eure Floheid is still chatting about that event and how cool it was that it was a hang between all the ESO people.
That was the point.
and you really get to feel like it's kind of like going to a concert where you have like 20,000 people or whatever who are all into this crazy obscure band that you're into, and in your day-to-day you don't know anyone who likes that stuff. It's that feeling, right? You suddenly are connected with all the other folks who are super into the same thing. Don't want to romanticize it too much, but it's cool as hell.
I mean, why do you think I did it? It's, you
Yeah,
know,
but I don't know about you.
yeah.
I did not realize. I didn't grok
Yeah.
how cool it would be in that regard until I was there. So we were like
I hoped.
5 hours in, at least.
I mean, you know, obviously I didn't make any money out of it or anything like that. And it was just to get to know people selfishly. You know, when you're raiding off to someone, it's so nice to be like, yeah, that's the person I saw on the raid train, you know? And I got to hang out with them, got to know them. And loads of people have said that. You know, I get sort of locked in my little bubble, so I just raid off to the people I know. Actually, just following this raid train, even, you know, for a little bit, just meant I was like, oh, there are so many of these other people. That's great.
For sure.
Yeah.
We are Legion.
We are many. Yeah, let's go again. Yeah.
I'd love to actually be able to make this one this time.
Yeah, that would be awesome. But yeah, you've got a big one coming up next week, right? Esports thing, not a raid train.
Oh, yeah. We got the Swash race. That's going to be an intense one, man. That's going to be fun.
Plug it some more.
Exactly.
We got 35 people.
I'm gonna put the grab the poster.
I think it's next Saturday, and the pregame starts at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. The event starts a half hour later than that.
Two teams.
I think it's 3 or 4. It depends. It usually depends on how many people sign up, and it's hard to get 48 people who are proficient enough to potentially pug Swash on one small platform like, you know, Xbox NA. But we usually try to do 4 teams, and I think we have 4 captains. So the goal of the race is that the teams have 2 hours. They draft a roster from a big group of people that sign up. They can do some like warm-up runs, but the draft happens the same day, so they don't have a lot of time to get some practice in before the event. And they just go in, and can they get Swash in 2 hours? And if somebody does, then they win. But if multiple people get Swash in that 2-hour window, tie goes to the highest score. So if you get Swash, it's not necessarily over. You can still go back and try to, you know, improve on the score a little bit and such.
That's cool, and I think that is a funny testament to the fucking density of the high-end players on Xbox.
Yeah.
We have goodness knows how many, like 20 times the game pop of Xbox here on PC EU. Not to speak of PCNA, but I think on either of those servers, you would struggle just as much to get 4 teams, 4 swashbuckler ready teams together to do a pug like that.
Yeah, it's intense, but it's a lot of fun. I think the only event that we had, this is the last one that we haven't done yet. So Dread Sales, we've done every other trial in this format, and the only trial that trifecta that didn't pop was Mindmender. Which, to be fair, we probably should have done Swash before we did Mindmender, but I think people underestimate how hard that trifecta really is. But it's every time, you know, we've done Godslayer, Dawnbringer, Planesbreaker, even, and it's happened every time, and it's been.
That's amazing.
The Planesbreaker one was a hell of a show,
that's
man.
Incredible, yeah.
Yeah,
I was going to say
crazy.
Planesbreaker. I would have loved to see that. When was this? A couple of years ago.
Oh gosh, I think it was. This has only been going on for about a year, maybe a year and a half now. That one was sometime at the end of last year, I think. But yeah, that one was shocking to me, man. I didn't think it was going to happen, and it was right near the end of the event too. And the coolest thing about these events, man, is that they just have such a good way of naturally creating so much like drama, and not even between the players. The players are all like surprisingly chill and have a great time doing it, even though there's like tens of millions of gold on the line, which is the equivalent of hundreds of millions of gold on PC, you know? But like everybody is so chill and relaxed and has such a great time doing it. But then we have these moments like in the Godslayer one, if a team, as long as they start before the 2-hour time window is closed, then they can finish their run, right? So we had this team who went in with like 5 minutes to the end of time, and there was only one team who had popped the trifecta. And so they went all the way through on that very last run, and they ended up like at the very end popping the trifecta, but then having a slightly lower score. So Ty goes to the highest score, so they did it, and it was huge. They were like, they got it. What's the score? Not enough, you know?
Perfect.
I just
It
want
was
to say,
crazy, man.
yeah, thank you, Dave. I'm so sorry to hear about your dad, but you know, I'm so glad that you tuned into this stream, and that's exactly what we're raising money for. So your support is greatly appreciated, and big hugs being sent your way as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it's Mother's Day in America today, just in case anybody forgot. Just putting that out there. But yeah,
Pubs gets out his phone.
Mom. But yeah, Wes Johnson posted today, you know, he's lost his mum and grandmother to Alzheimer's, so that's one of the main reasons he's doing this. I mean, if you listen to that man, even for a few minutes, just talk about why he's doing this. I mean, not to mention he's got a lovely voice, obviously, but he's just so passionate. You know, this means so much to him, and it just comes through. That's sort of why I signed up, because sometimes you think, well, I want to support everything in the world if I can, every single charity. But yeah, just listening to him, I was like, yep, I'm in.
Yeah.
Because just the passion so comes through, you know?
Yeah, if you can find it, actually, the VOD from the ZeniMax stream, I should say, Bethesda stream last year for Voice of Palooza, he was,
No.
you know, he laid it all out, and not, as
Yeah.
Maya says, not only does he have a fantastic voice to listen to, but he's a really great raconteur as well. He's so good at it, just nails every beat. And a very persuasive spokesperson for this whole thing. And yeah, nothing like a Wes Johnson to make someone like me feel like a small and insignificant individual, but more importantly, just convince us to support this thing.
Yeah.
Trying to do it. That's why so many actors in the voice acting industry are behind it. You know, they do sessions with him and put on.
It's crazy stuff going on, yeah.
They put on like funky live shows where they will do impressions, obeying call-outs from the crowd. You know, so you can say like, "Hey, Pikachu, Christopher Walken, Michael Jackson."
Yeah,
and they will do it right there. That's a lot of fun.
I think there's stuff coming up with the ESO community actually in June rather than May, so it's like being extended. I posted just yesterday. It's another 35 days to go. So obviously a bit longer this year. So yeah, just a lot of time to keep raising money, and it was amazing yesterday. You know, we did a thing with Hyper, Charles Lucht, and Geldis. They just did a fun, silly run through tons of dungeons. Well, silly, fucking hardcore. They got it done. It was hilarious. They totally overestimated the time. So I said, well, can we do it again with the new times? But they smashed their goals yesterday as well. Yeah, it's just been really amazing to see. People just being up for it, supporting it. I'm so glad that I got to see something with 8 Puppies, because since the raid train and, you know, last year talking to you, I was like, let's do something together. So this was just perfect. And just the more fun we can have whilst raising money, you know, it's amazing. So I'm just going to post a link in chat, and yeah.
You know what to do. Was that really only yesterday?
Well, it was yesterday
Wow.
morning. This one, yeah, I know.
That's insane to me. My favorite. I don't know. You probably didn't catch it because it's like 3 a.m. your time. Right, Pam? So, are you East Coast, West Coast? I can't remember.
Sorry, my time?
Yeah. Are you East or West Coast?
What am I? Midwest.
Midwest, right? Yeah. So,
Yeah, so we're on Mountain Time over here, which is
Yeah.
an unheard of time zone.
either way, it was stupid o'clock in the morning for you that this thing started. So yeah, I'm sure you didn't catch it. But my favorite quote of the whole run was when they got to Bedlam Vale. And bear in mind, they're basically trying to do school push style trifectas in every dungeon. Charles
Sure.
had never been in this dungeon, didn't know the mechanics,
Half the
never seen
dungeons he'd never done. It was hilarious.
They didn't even like pause and explain shit to him before they.
He just did it.
Yeah, just as the mechanics showed up, they were like, "Oh, dodge this."
Yeah, that's awesome.
When they did one secret, because there's that one special
Yeah.
that you want on the blind, the last boss there, the hard mode, and so they picked that one up. But Charles, not knowing what was up, he just walked up to the button and pushed it. So. And I think he deactivated the wrong line or something. So my favorite line in the entire run was, "Oh, fucking Charles, you already trolled it." The guy didn't even say anything. But yeah, what a fantastic! We got to find more excuses to do stuff like this. It was incredibly entertaining.
Well, that's the thing.
That's
I've
awesome.
sort of reached out to streamers and players, and I just put it out there. So look, if you have an idea, if you want something fun, I just don't know how to go about it. Don't have the people. Just let's talk. Let's make it happen. 'Cause why not? So we've got a ton of housing happening next week. So just the variety that's happening is really fun, because that's what ESO is, right? You can do basically anything you want in this game.
And it's a ton of fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's actually a very good spectator game.
Yeah.
Like, better, I would argue, than a lot of the ones that are thought of as incredibly fun to watch.
Woof, woof, woof. How many puppies is that?
She's going crazy up there.
Aw.
I think it's just one. There's two of them up there, but I think only one of them's going crazy. Well, as you said earlier, it is Mother's Day over here in the U.S. I'm probably gonna head out here for a bit, but that was
Amazing.
a ton of fun. Thank you so much for organizing.
No, thank you.
Gravix for being a champ, man. That was a ton of fun, and it was a great run. Great run.
Yeah, thank you guys. That was unexpectedly even like butt clenching for me just to watch it. But yeah, thank you so much for being game. You guys were absolutely amazing, and maybe let's turn this into like a little edited one, because that was really special fun. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a ton of fun. I'm totally game.
Awesome.
Yeah, round of applause for both of you.
Oh my! That scared the crap out of me. Holy cow!
Yeah,
Well, thank you so
that's
much again.
awesome.
Y'all have a great day.
Thank you.
Take it easy, friends.
Bye.
Thank you. See
Bye.
you.
There's the Happy Mother's Day for all the mums in chat. I made a nice dinner for the missus and had a nice dessert as well. Aw, Sterile, that sounds awesome. I got 2 nice sundresses and a pair of lounging pants. That's awesome. I love that. Are you muted, Khan?
I was just saying lounging pants. I don't even know what that is, but I know that it's awesome.
Sounds awesome, right? But yeah, absolutely amazing. That was, that was such a random thing to do, but I absolutely loved it. And I think we're going to have to turn that into a video. It was 100% 8 Puppies' idea. And
Yeah, you would never have done
Nope.
Grovix that dirty
oh,
without.
no, well, I don't want to put the blame on Pups, but yeah, that was really fun, and yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I loved everyone's support as well. And yeah, I'm looking at like, oh, I want. It's not me. I drain. All right, fine.
So other than Grovix, whose opinion I think we all gave.
Grovix, I'll just finish the drink. Is that good? I'll just do it.
How many of you guys were suspicious that Maya was doing quite so well on a controller and all the rest of it, and B, that B, how many of you were a little bit not outraged but sort of scandalized, or
Shocked, I
Shocked.
say.
by the revelation that it wasn't even me?
Maya-
You've been had.
Maya did very suspiciously good. Really? Well, that was so funny. Yeah, I honestly thought that she had just been spending time secretly practicing with controller. Honestly, I still can barely walk straight. Oh, Princess thought he was Khan. No. I can actually do stuff. I've been sort of not practicing on purpose necessarily, but just so I can, because it's nice sort of to relax. Lounging pants are lightweight cotton pants with a drawstring for wearing around the house. Oh, I love that. It's not
What we
heavy.
would
Yeah.
call
hmm
Kind of like sweatpants, but not quite.
So Red Fox Princess thought it was Khan. Okay. You know what? You know what I have to do? Next time, do a challenge, and you guys will just not know. Is it Maya or is it not? Woo!
You won't believe it.
I can't stop thinking
No,
about
no,
it.
that sucks.
No, but if you want to send me a DM with a link, because yeah, links. I think if Pups had open menus and started for, that's the thing. Because he changed his name. He was actually called Hermaeus Maya. He changed everything, so he looked like my character. His was the name. So actually, unless he opened like I think it's the map that actually showed. So yeah, we thought of a lot of stuff if things went wrong, which was absolutely brilliant actually. But yeah, it was sort of dumb when Khan was like, "Why did you guys not think
Are
of
we in
just
the Matrix?
What's it called? Help me out, Khan. Polymorph. Sorry, I just saw the video that I got
Yeah.
sent. And what is this? It's John Wick, BuzzFeed, Keanu Reeves playing with a puppy. Well, I'm reposting that, whatever it is. That looks awesome. Maya, don't do stunts. I don't do stunts. But yeah.
No, I
I
thought
thought
it
she
went
did
great.
something, but I didn't even think about swapping player.
I was relieved, Grovex, when we saw that it was you that had signed up. So that, well, he's definitely going to be cool. Like that's always the risk that someone will take it very seriously, and then it'll come as like a slap in the face and say, "Oh, you actually weren't competing against me," even though you get the prize money. You know that there was a small chance that it could go a little bit wrong. I was pretty sure it wouldn't, but then when we saw that you were the one who signed up, it was like, definitely not.
Yeah, nice guy, you know?
So, yeah. And we knew we were going to get a good score.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, luckily you didn't do. Look, it wasn't like your personal best. Otherwise, Pups probably would have been screwed. But yeah, it was just perfect.
He was like, I should go in there and do some stuff. But yeah, sorry for the link. Oh, don't worry about it. No, don't apologize. It's just, it's better to be careful, you know? I can turn to a mad dog if you want. No, that's fine. You're good. But no, that was really fun. And I've really loved, sort of, as I said, talking to streamers or gamers for this Voiceapalooza. So if you guys are watching and you think, actually, I have an idea, DM me. How dare you?
Yeah, all of these things happen. They all start with like a an idea that everybody has. Honestly, the thing with Hyper yesterday, how cool was that?
Yeah.
If you missed it, then well, I'm sorry for you. Frankly, it was so good, and we had. I mean, Hyper had 80, 90 people watching. We had 40, 50, 60.
But he smashed his goal. It was fucking great.
For ESO
Yeah.
and for stuff that wasn't about giveaways or
We're not on the
or
stream
anything
team
like
or
that.
anything. You know, it was just about
no
raising money.
stream. That's true. Not that that's a bad thing. Of course it is.
Oh no, I didn't
But,
mean that. I just meant, you know.
None
Yeah.
of the usual inducements. It was just hardcore score push gameplay. It was over 150 people collectively watching throughout. So, and I'm sure if more people had known about it, more regular occurrence, that number would only increase. Because I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys disagree. I think this is a very fun game to watch played, especially if it's smaller scale. Small scale PvP, dungeons, Infinite Archive, and solo arenas. It's very easy to see everything. In a trial, it's less so. I would say that. But yeah, it's not been designed for Twitch. Like a lot of games that you kind of roll your eyes at, they've clearly been developed with Twitch in mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This ain't that, but it works.
Yeah. But yeah, it's we've got a lot more coming up this week. There's going to be a lot of really fun housing, like Hermaeus Mora, Sheogorath housing, like stunning houses. It might sound really boring to people if they've not seen it. It's not. It's spectacular. We've got PvP scavenger hunt, so it's sort of the ES Olympics but PvP. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be run by Wick and Kamul. Those guys know PvP. They know, yeah, but it's not something. It's not like what you'd think. It's going to be really wonderful. So yeah, but,
It's not sweaty PvP getting kills and teabagging people. It is an utterly unrelated sort of treasure hunt style thing in a PvP zone where anything can happen. That's going to be the fun part.
Actually, the issue resetting was genuinely just an issue resetting, but yeah, it wasn't me. But yeah, Asterial, go. Although, like on PC, you can just pair, like team up with someone and reset, right? Or am I just imagining that?
Genuinely, they're tearing his hair out,
Yeah.
unable to set the instance. Going, oh no, come on! He ported in like 6 times, and the quest marker just wouldn't show. He even tried grouping up with people in his guild to try and reset it because I don't know if that works on PC, but you see people
thought it
doing
would,
it all
yeah.
the time. So I don't know. I assumed it was effective.
The Ninja Pulls of the Rings. Oh, that sounds weird. The Fellowship of Maya. A meek Maya from Ninja Pulls and 8 companions set out on a journey to Detori, the powerful One Ring, and save Twitch from the Dark Lord Sauron. He waited. Seriously, it was like he waited 5 minutes. He got even locked out of the game for it was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Destroy Oaken Soul. Destroy. Got it. Yeah. Destroy the powerful One Ring. Oh my god, I just got it. Yes. Thank you, Dayhawk. I love it. As always. Yeah. But yeah, that was really good fun. Also, I have for the last weekend of this month, potentially June. But yeah, I think it's going to be still this month. I'm going to do nice big stream. I also have a very special emote. It's brand new. Look at this. What is it called again? Already forgot. Apprentice's Flower Trick emote. Hey! Oh my god! Tian Lane, hey! Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. Kitties! Welcome in. Well, hey, I'm Maya, and this is Ninja Pulls. We're an ESO community, teaching, prog, having fun. This stream is just about, well, having fun in ESO. So pretty much anything that you can do in this game, we do it. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it really does not. Hey.
Hey, Tian Lane. Lovely to get rated by one of the finest voices in ESO.
Agreed.
Yeah, like you're always such a delight to listen to on stream and on YouTube. And that's just not just my opinion. That's the thing that people say.
That's a
If you don't-
thing. Yeah.
If you haven't heard it recently, well, there you go.
Yeah, I was just saying that we've been doing these ES Olympics. How are you doing today? Yes, we're good. We just we did Grovex dirty. So I should quickly elaborate on that one. I challenged a fellow guildie to a one-man arena who's going to get a better score. But actually, I'm not a main DD, and everybody knows this. But, you know, I said I've been practicing and working very hard. But actually, it turns out that it was 8 puppies.
It was a setup. It was a setup. So yeah, actually, our buddy Grovex was racing against 8 puppies, the Xbox champion. I mean, he's not a solo arena guy, is he, Maya? But yeah, that was a fun reveal.
Yep.
But yeah, the scores were almost identical.
I know,
So
it's not. You can see them at the top of the screen still.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. It's a lot of fun.
So where it says Maya, that's actually 8 puppies. But yeah, I'm just saying that I'm going to be announcing this next week. I'm going to have a nice big long fat stream at the end of the month, the last weekend, probably in May. And we have a code for this special new emote. It's brand new. It's called the Apprentice's Flower Trick emote. So yeah, you guys can get that. We just need to meet some fundraising goals. That's it.
This seems to be, if you guys know the pink torchbug pet that they've been giving out for years now. Some people in the game still don't have it, but a lot of people get that code now and they're like, well, I have it. I'll just hang on to the code and give it to a friend. This is something like that, but it's brand new. You cannot get it anywhere. There's no indication that it will be available in-game by any other means anytime soon or ever. So it's kind of a fun one. Well,
Yeah.
Red Fox, keep hanging around. We'll sort you out.
Yep.
That's a promise.
Yeah, so I think this one is, I was told it's specifically sort of for charities. It's been sort of designed. They say there's a lot going on. There's St. Jude's going on. Obviously, Voice of Palooza. There's a lot more coming next month with that as well. So yeah, I'm very lucky to have this, and you guys can win it. You're muted.
I'm sorry, I was about to ask, what's the little kitty doing at the corner of your screen? He was in the bar with the. It looked like he was part of the screenshot
Oh, I
there.
see. Sorry. Well, that's how that's our Ted. So if you type exclamation mark meow, that kitty meows.
All right. So what is happening next?
Hang on, sure, since this is my new favorite ESO stream, sounds fun. Aww, that's amazing. I love that. Thank you. And, well, thank you, Zoom, for the meow.
Is the meow working this time? Sometimes it's muted and makes everyone sad.
That doesn't happen very often, that it's actually muted. It's just that it doesn't come up in chat with the, Ted has meowed this amount of times. But yeah, we're just chilling today. It was a really fun challenge. I was kind of nervous. What if I make a mistake? Swapping the screens and revealing who's actually playing the game. But yeah, it was fun.
Also, as part of Voicepalooza, Maya's done a really nice run of these vocal heroes.
Yes.
Sometimes we talk about them for quite a while, sometimes just a few minutes, but they are all really fun, and it's cool to recognize the voice actors' work that goes into this game. These are pros. They put a lot into it. Not all the performances are top tier. Let's just say that. Especially some of the early base game ones are a little bit like, you get the impression the actors didn't know what they were doing or why. But most of them are way beyond what you'd expect in a game like this. So high level. There's so much character and atmosphere and emotion in those performances. I love it.
But yeah, we've been doing these every day, so yeah.
It's been a really cool thing doing. I've loved it.
And I really loved on May 4th, we did crossover, ESO and Star Wars. There's actually a lot more people than you think.
My God, there are so many. And even the guy today, Neil Kaplan, right? Steve Bazrag's voiceover. We didn't even know. We didn't even talk about him on May the 4th, but he is in Star Wars as well.
Maya Wars! Exactly. Yeah. The return of the Khan.
See what's in those marked crates.
Aww.
Watch the door.
The Khan strikes back. Yeah. But yeah, it's been really, really cool. And of course, we only covered a few of the really big ones.
Who we got coming up? Actually, that's a fun tease. Who else is coming later in the month?
Well,
just a few.
Well, obviously we've got Alfred Molina. I don't know why I said it like that, but I love that guy. He's just such a wonderful performer, as an actor and as a voice actor.
That's Abnathan, right?
He is.
One of my favorites. Not one of my favorite characters. He is one of the best characters, but not my favorite, if you know what I mean by the distinction between
we
the two.
100% have Raz already. Yes, that's happening, obviously. And
yeah, Asterial reposted.
Linda Carter.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wonder Woman herself.
Yeah. We have Tim Russ. So that's the Star Trek crossover. We've got Chimera coming up, as in the character, obviously.
Not enough Star Trek crossovers,
No.
in my humble opinion.
I mean, something called Crockpot Crack Chicken Chili and American Biscuits. Whoa! It's got black beans, corn chili powder, onion powder, taco seasoning, and dry ranch dressing powder, chicken breasts, and cream cheese. Slow cooked for 4 hours. Oh, yum! Shredded and redded the chicken, served with sour cream and shredded cheddar. Oh my God! Real tomato, green chili. Oh, that sounds amazing.
That really does sound amazing. And speaking of Raz, I want to put this to bed. At long last, the bishop, Moon Bishop Azin Jo. You know, the one who shit talks you as you go through more of Lokaj.
And the queen
yes?
and all that. Sorry, I just meant to.
This guy, yeah, it sounds a lot like the Razumdar voice of it. Is that just a very similar performance by an actor with a similar, baseline voice? Or is it the same guy? Because whoever it is, when they transform into Rakat, that's a lot of people's favorite performance in the game, period. End of story. Because he goes so freaking crazy. Next time you're in that fight, if you're not having to concentrate super hard, pay attention to the...
Oh, definitely Asterial. Yes, please, yes, please, yes, please.
Absolutely insane.
We're going to have Darian, yes, with Razumdar. I already... we have his sort of... well, it's not his diary, it's the things that he sends back to the Queen, so we're going to do a bit of reading. I'm going to make Khan do some nice, sexy reading.
Yeah, his journal, right?
Yeah.
It came with the beautiful leather-bound journal by Raz.
Yeah.
Sent back to
The
Queen Irene. Yeah, it's
Queen.
the Somerset Collector's Edition,
Yeah.
which we have,
Mhm.
or which I have.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, so yeah, that's all happening. Yeah, there's still plenty of time to go, and if we are extending, especially if we are extending into June, fuck it, let's do it. Let's keep going. Like on Saturday, it was really fun to actually be in Cloud Rest and talk about Zamaja, and the voice actor is Barbara Goodson. That was so cool.
I would love to hit her up on Twitter or whatever and just get like what did she do to
Yeah.
create
What did she
that
do
voice?
to you? Show me on the dolly.
Yeah.
Where did she touch you?
Gross. Where did Gina touch you to make you produce that sound? No, but how much of it is post production? Because I bet not a lot. You know,
Yeah.
some of the Dremora voices in the base game, you can hear they put the demon filter on. There's like a chorus effect on there, and yeah, and various other little tricks. But
Yeah, speaking of no demon filters.
Welcome, summoners of the undead.
there was an uncomfortably long pause
Yeah,
there.
you're already talking. I was just playing your intro to the Necrovid.
For God's sake. The
Hey,
stream needs to
Momo.
drop
It's just, it's so fucking cool. Yeah.
Honestly, I think there's mileage unlimited in this whole voice actor thing.
Yeah.
Like in the course of looking into, because somebody told us recently, I think it was on Twitch actually. We were just hanging out. We were talking a little bit about Star Trek, the fact that Maya and I aren't super fans, but we discovered it late. Neither of us were into it as kids, but at the 50th anniversary of the original series, we sort of checked it out and like, oh, wow, this is actually really impressive and really important and blah 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 blah. Someone was saying, oh yeah, you know Tim Russ is in ESO. What? And this is the
Yeah, found him.
you know, the Black Vulcan in Voyager. It's a really cool and really beloved performance. And in the course of looking him up and finding out who he plays in this game, we realized, I'm sure maybe people knew this, but Jester, I bet you've seen this movie. Has anyone seen Spaceballs? And remember the bit where they're combing
Dude,
the
this
dead...
is coming later.
I know, but I just thought I'd
Tease it.
just share a bit of a tease, yeah. He is the guy when they're combing the desert and they cut through two teams, they're actually running like giant car-sized combs along the sand. And then you get to a third one and it's an afro comb with two black guys dragging it along the sand. Potentially racially insensitive, but you know, it was the 80s, nobody cared. Well, not the way they do these days. He says, found anything? And the guy just looks up and goes, we ain't found shit. That's Tim Russ.
Yeah.
And Maya saw I had no idea that was the guy, and he saw a little video of him on Twitter recently where he's like combing a litter tray. So this is still despite all the things I've done in my career, this thing I'm most famous for. What the fuck? Very funny.
Yeah.
Sorry, that anecdote will mean nothing to people who haven't seen Spaceballs, but frankly, watch it.
Well,
great.
we'll have a look at all of that when we.
It's aged really well.
yeah.
One of those comedies that isn't terrible decades later when you go back and look at it.
Yep.
My favorite bit is that when they're in the desert and they do that obligatory, they cut to the sun, like that shot of the sun in the sky just beating down, and John Candy just goes, "Ice dissolve."
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Oh. Our channel, I'm guessing. Oh, nice. Thank you very much. Well, any hoodle poodle. Speaking of dinner, we're gonna get some. So thank you so much for hanging out. If you haven't followed, do it. There's so much fun stuff happening. You don't want to miss it.
Apologies to those who raided in with TN Lane, but we were probably going to wrap up the stream even earlier if not for your guys' arrival. But lovely to hang out briefly.
And let's go and see Okwi. Haven't raided him in a while. Let's do it. Let's give him a big
I think it's Okui.
Okwi. That's what I said.
Well, he won't tell us how it's really pronounced, but he says that's close enough.
Yeah.
Lovely guy. Follow him if you haven't already.
Oh, it says I'm already raiding Okui, but it's not coming up. There we go. But anyway, thank you very much, guys, and see you tomorrow.